Billy. Thank you, team. Fired up. Got a lot of stuff I want to share with you today. I've got a few guys that are in houses that are picking up checks right now that say I invited to be on just for commentary. A couple of those guys will be joining us. I've got I want to talk about really how expectations ties in with what you get. And it is interesting how people react to who they're listening to. So if the person is that you're talking to wants you to win, desires for you to produce, desires for you to perform, people want to be wanted. So there's always two different angles I'm talking to you at. One is if you're hiring others and you're talking to them, how do you handle that? And the other thing is having a self perception of who you are and what you like and why you perform. Because most of us realize that the hardest thing, the toughest thing, the craziest area of our life is right here between these ears, what we think and what we feel, and being able to help others with what's between their ears. But more importantly, or as importantly, how do we help ourselves with what's between our ears and what we expect and who controls our actions in our life? So anyway, I'll get more into that. I want to, I love all the texts coming in while I'm talking. I really do. It helps me. It fires me up. Let's do this. Let's jump right into some recognition of some people that are kicking butt and taking names. So, T, if you pull up one of those leaderboards for us. All right, my boy Tim Tipton done come in here with a big application for $53,000. Will Paris is smoking. Submitted $33,000 with 4 outs. Mark Hutchinson continues to just kick butt, take names. Let's go down to the issue paid producers. Check this out. We had 7 people. Check that. 8 people issue over $10,000 in a week smoking. That really needs to be the standard goal, the standard results, the standard objective. At least issue paying $10,000 a week. It's just massive cash coming in. You can invest that in your church. You can invest it in yourself personally. You can invest it in building your organization, or you can buy cars and hats and shirts and diamonds and stuff like that with that money. It's a great, simple goal to have coming in. Let me tell you who we got here. This Charlene Preston. I always tie her into Bubba out there in Texas, part of Paul Roberts' team. Marvin and Julissa Otsoy continues to kick butt. Marvin, woo, buddy. He just comes around, just all of a sudden, clicks, turns it on. He's working a massive network that he has with his former PNC business or his current PNC business. So he's just calling these people, touching base, leading them to the right direction. Way to go, Otsoy, part of the Jason Tony team who is just screaming. Katrina Gustin, woohoo! Always steady. Boom, $12,000 in a week. Issue paid. Katrina, good stuff. 6 apps. Mike and Michelle Allman, woohoo! Michelle Allman showing up with $11,000 issue paid. Jonathan and Megan, not like mommy, like daughter. That's Megan Yeagan, excuse me, Megan Yakey, which is Michelle Allman's daughter. And the bad to the bone, Jonathan Yakey coming in with another $10,000 issue paid. That's got to be a good feeling when your daughter and her and son-in-law come in issue paid. That is smoking over $10,000. Eric Belair smoking 6 apps for $10,000. He got to be jacked up. Gary Philstein in his radio show. We had him on the other day, part of Jason and Olga Mathis, knocked out $10,000, baby. Way to go, Gary. Let me make sure that's it. Yeah, that's Gary Philstein. Marty and Diana Dozier, baby. 13 apps issued for $10,000. Jeff, let me make sure. Jeff Turner. Yep, Jeff Turner, part of Kelly Haynes, smoking. Adam Johnson smoking 17 apps. Mark Hutchinson, $9,000. And Mia Fennell, 12 apps for $8,000. Managers, I can't get, there's a lot of people that are killing it. They're number 40 or number 60. I hope each one of you agency managers are doing your own leaderboard and then publishing them to band, publishing them to the WhatsApp, showing them to me. I can't get down into number 70. Somebody commented, they said, if you're not in the top 10 with you, you're nobody. You're very important. It's just I've got a large amount that I got to purview. So I would ask Fitz to do his and Roberts to do his. And a lot of them are starting to do their own leaderboards and pop them out, pop them up on band so that we see where you are in your base, where do you rank, and give that proper recognition and edification. Issue paid annuity producers. Dr. Bear, Bill Bear knocked out one issue paid 300. Cuz got him one in at 160. Evan Patzer got a 70 grand. And Mike, let me see this, Mike Merritt, Mike and Kate Maurice, way to go, Mike Merritt, new name popping up. Brian and Crystalline Rojas, 37,000 issues. Let's go. Top Foresters, baby. Foresters is our go-to carrier. Gary Philistine knocked out 8 grand. Adam Johnson, 5. Way to go, Mike and Michelle Allman. You can believe we slant our leads and everything towards the people that are issue paying Foresters. They're the highest issue rate, the best, obviously the only paternal benefits. So with everybody that's got children, they're a go-to. Top recruiters, Riddle smoking 12 recruits. Paul Roberts, 4. Joseph, 2, continues to pop them in. 4 direct. Fitz puts in 4. Diane Lampy, 3. Alex Avian, 3. Harry and Tia Edwards, 3. My staff put in 3 in wit. Michael and Angie Owens puts in 2. Jason and Tony Carey smoking 2. Good stuff. Okay, thank you for that recognition. Hey, let's take a look at the other leaderboards, Tia, that you provided to me. Foresters, Stephanie Rodriguez. Oh, we got another rookie coming up in there. Gary Engel. Nice. Gary coming in there. Look at these rookies. So what happens is when a rookie beat veterans, they move up into the veteran money. So this is more cash that's being given out. Stephanie Rodriguez continues to smoke. Gary Engel, another rookie. Jonathan and Megan Yakey leading the veterans. Thank you, Jonathan and Megan. Charlene Preston smoking up there with the veterans with Bubba. Eric and Bobby Belair, Adam Johnson. So that Cameron Ashcroft up there with Foresters. Way to go, Cameron. Minerva Profil, Mimi Ramirez, Will Paris, and Gary Engel. Okay, Stephanie Rodriguez, Gary Engel, and Chris. Oh, that is Chris Manifold, who's being trained by Megan Wood. Way to go, Chris. And Jake and Beret. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next leaderboard on down. Go down into Fanatics bonus. Okay, some Fanatics. This is halfway through the month. Patrick Deshaw has already earned a $1,000 cash bonus. That's Trevor's dad, I think. Trevor Deshaw. That's Patrick Deshaw, dad. And Billy Crane is so close. Megan Wood so close to getting a $1,000 bonus. Let's look over there on the annuity side. Phil Abear. Phil, you need $500,000 to get an extra $1,000 cash. What would be cool is if you get it on both sides, baby. Get an extra $2,500 bonus. Okay, let's scroll down. All these will be posted on Band. They'll be posted on WhatsApp, so we can get these out. Again, I hope you managers do your own leaderboard so that your people get more and more recognition. Oh, check this out. These are the people that have won an extension. Not only have they won the trip, they won an extension on the Chiang Mai. This is going to be the trip of a lifetime. Junior Korea is so close. Brandon Jail Swindell will be there, no doubt about it. Adam Johnson, Marcus and Carla Richardson. Woohoo! So those Thailand trip is going to be posted. Anybody starting today can win this trip. So if you just got 10,000 points or 20,000, I know you can win it. What is up next? All right, I'm good. All right, let's go to the slide presentation, and we will see what shows up there. I've asked a couple people that are kicking butt to join us. Brandon Beal has been invited on. Evan Patzer will be joining us. Will Paris, Brandon Bulis, Billy Crane. Hopefully they'll be popping in on us. Yeah, I'm ready to go to the slideshow whenever you are available to move it over to it. I can start talking about it before you get it there.
But I've got it pulled up. Can you see it?
I cannot see it.
Mm,
And it may be me. What I'm seeing is the leaderboards only. Now I see me. And now I see the slides, but not me. But that's fine. I don't need to see me. I just need to see slides. I do need to see if any of my boys that we've invited on, if any of them jump on. And it may be me causing you problems by the way I've got the screen view.
Evan Patcher is on, and I will promote him.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so what we're talking about is 40 appointments. And I want to give you, like, I really want to give you the psychology for yourself or for other people. But really, this is the psychology of victory. This is the psychology of how you kill it, like what's going on in your head. So, okay, I did see the participants, but now I do not see the participants. Yeah, so if you can, I mean the ones you promoted. And again, it may be the way I'm viewing it, and your screen may be fine, and mine might not be fine.
While I'm sharing the slides, you will not see their name. You see them.
Okay. All right. So scroll down to slide number 2. We're talking about booking appointments. There is 4 things that hold people back: belief, expectation, training, lack of training, and then recognition and feedback. I was talking about recognition and feedback earlier with leaderboards, but we're going to hammer expectations today. So scroll down to number 3, Tia, and I'm going to just spend a minute or two on it. Slide 3, the quality of our expectations determines the quality of our action. So what you expect out of somebody, they will typically deliver. John Maxwell's come and spoke several times to our organization and said, people rise and fall to the expectations you place on them. So you will also rise and fall to the expectations you place on yourself, or the people that you allow in your life, the expectations they have on you. So if you allow people into your life with extremely high expectations, you will try to deliver. If the people you let in your life have low expectations of you, you'll try to deliver. Okay, this guy, this French entrepreneur, was crazy rich, all kinds of businesses he started. And that's his quote: quality of our expectations determines the quality of your action. Okay, so the moral: having lofty objectives yields lofty results. By making the results a priority determines the quality of the commitment. And this is a big deal. We talk about quality of commitment. In other words, you say you're committed, you say you're going to do it, but what actually results is going to be an interesting event. So let's go to the screen where I can see the people that I've promoted on. So I see Billy and I see Evan. I think Bill has joined us. I'm not sure if you've been able to promote him up. Billy, looks like you're driving. You better be careful, bro. I see Brandon Bill now. If you turn on your video, Bill, there I see you. All right. So you tracking with me. I met a couple of your new people, Bill, and it's what you expect out of them. Like if you expect them to be babies, they will. Well, then they will. But if you don't expect it, then the way you handle it, you look at them, you're like, hey, you're on the Soto team, you're on the Bill team. Like, we don't do that. That's not how we react. The way you expect out of them. Now, I have said this many times. If I'm coaching a person and he's listening to me and he's going sleeping with her, his wife, and she's saying the opposite, guess who's going to win that game? I can't win. I just can't possibly win because she's like whispering sleep nothings. Or if I'm talking to the girl, if Megan Wood starts to listen to a boyfriend or a mom and dad who says, hey, you're working too hard, I'm going to get killed. That's why we got to be careful who we listen to. And when we're talking to people, we coach them about this voices and choices. How many times has Gold hit us with that? Voices and choices in our head. And that don't mean cut mama off. That don't mean cut wife off, cut hubby off, mom and daddy. You just got to be careful. It's inconceivable how much I love my mother and how much, oh my God, after about 7 or 8 minutes, I start going, Mama, I love you. Go. Just like, can you just, Katie's husband died this week. She found him dead not in the bathtub. I said, "You're had one leg. Is that the man you talking about?" She said, "Yeah, he had diabetes." I said, "That gum. I hate that. I do. That's a touch." I mean, like, I love this guy coming to my house. He be riding around on that wheelchair, talking all kinds of crazy chat. You know who it remind me of is on Forrest Gump. You remember when the sergeant, when the joker got his legs messed up and he was captain, he was riding on that ship up there? That's what that joker reminded me of. He had kind of long hair. He was crazy. I'm gonna miss him. He said, "Mama was like, I said, well, you see the guy in a year. I ain't seen him in 3. But, so I was like, Lord have mercy." Because what I was trying to do is get her insurance. She claims her insurance ain't working, and we got her meds up. Adam Cat sold her a meds up, saved her about $300 a month. She said she ain't got no insurance. And I'm like, "Mama, you got to talk to him. You got to call him back." "I get so tore up about Katie's husband." I said, Lordy, y'all with me? I mean, it's just crazy. This is what do I expect out of me? What does Gold expect out of me? What does Jim Henson? What does Brian Adams, the CEO of Integrity? What does my partners, other organizations, what do they expect out of me? Well, I can tell you this: the last 4 I named, they'd like to see me growing faster. They'd like to see me bigger. They'd like me drive the value up. It's who you're listening to and who you're concerned about what they think. So I'm gonna what's up, Brandon Boulis? Up in there, the military man, killing it. Expectation. I got a lot of high expectations of you. I'm sorry, bro.
I know you do.
You got the leads, baby. Billy Crane got it smoking. Just upped your bill. You just upped your GMR to what? How many leads you asking for now?
I don't know. Probably about 4,000 a month, a week, brother. We trying to build something crazy out here, Andy.
You are going crazy, Bo. And I'm gonna tell you what. It's a guaranteed payoff buying leads, baby. You're setting such an example. And then when we're looking around where to place people, move people, that's a big factor. The people that are setting the example is the people that we want following. Hello. I like people like, you should like me more. I know I'm not doing much. And you need to talk me into doing more. You think I'm a good talker, don't you? I'm not that good of a talker. I can't make water into wine, wine into water, and vice versa, baby. Got me an osmosis plant going on over here. Not me, Bo. That's not me. I'm more of a finder than a maker. Now, you say, but you're influencing me, Andy. Yeah, but I found you. I found something that can lean in that direction. You wouldn't, like, if you lean in this way, I can press down. But if you're leaning away, I'd be like, can't do much with you. I'd lasso you and pull you back. You with me? Patrick, you tracking with me? Them Fawcett boys, they leaning in the right direction.
Makes it a lot easier, that's for sure.
It's a whole lot easier. Now,
you've been saying it since I joined, Bo. I mean, you've been saying you can't make the people, but you can find them and then cultivate them. And so that's really what's been happening with the Fawcetts. I just found people that want to win, and I'm working with them.
You're going to keep finding. Hey, now you got a model. See, we put that picture out there, Alliance Aiden, but you got a live one. You can line them up right against that one.
You don't know how you look till you get your picture took. Hey, I just got to say, man, that's some funny stuff right here,
Hold
man.
it up. There he is.
There you go. I couldn't stop laughing, Bo.
That's part of recognition right there.
That's recognition.
My little team trying to do a little bit. Oh, man. I'm just laughing. Oh, that's funny. Terry met this guy. He knows my man that died. He said, That Jigger was a character. Let's just say that, man. He's out there the 4th of July at my house. That Jigger will. I hope y'all laugh when I'm gone. That Jigger was crazy, man. You know, I'll be talking about having a party, man. Get you some mezcal or Kool-Aid or something. I don't know. Something. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Okay, I want to show y'all a circle of love. It's a circle of do. It's the last page of this slideshow. And I know I'm going to have to lose y'all when she pulls that up, but I need to show you this right here. Tia, can you pull that slideshow back up? Expectations is what we're talking about. And this go all the way down to the last one. All right, watch this. All right, one more. Uno más. Ocho something. Okay, all right, here we go. This is all about expectation. Now, the first thing that you got to see is objective, okay? That is, what do we want? We want to be rich. We want to do 10,000 issue paid a week. Whatever our objective is. Now, I'm going to contradict Yoda. Yoda say there is no try, there is only do. Albright says trying comes before doing, and Albright says catching comes before hanging. Okay? You can't hang me, you can't catch me. You can only do, but you better try to catch me. So if you try to get the results, that's called intention. What's your intention? I've said this many times when I hire people. I say, hey, what's your intentions with my company? What you tend on trying to do? And then there's results. When you get results, you kind of start to see how you look when you get your picture took. Now, let me tell you this. If a person gets 2 leads and intends on writing 10 apps or issue paying 10, he ain't going to get there because his intentions don't make any sense compared to the results. His intentions, what he was trying to do, he was just had minimal bullets. The more leads a person gets, the more likely they are to get a result. So the higher your intentions, I was intending on writing 10 apps. I was intending on writing 10 grand, issue paying. Well, how many leads you get? Your leads shows me your intentions of what you're going to do. Okay, so then you look at your results. Now this next part gets cray-cray. All right, we're going to reverse this down and get deep into it. But listen to this. I'm worried about what? Can't pay my bills. Why was you not concerned? Why was you not concerned when you were buying leads? See, if you can keep it a concern, that is, I'm just worried about going backwards. That's me. I'm concerned about going backwards, but I'm not worried about it. The concern is when you take action. So the more I want to keep flying jets. I want to keep living a first-class life. I want to keep my wife and children set up. I don't want that to go backwards. I'm concerned about that. The reason you can tell I'm concerned is because it's a priority in my life. But when people worry, like, for example, let me give you an example. Don't anybody lose their mind right here. So when the COVID came out, some people calling it the Chinese virus. Some people call it the COVID-17, COVID-19. Albright said, I ain't worried about all that. I'm trying to get me some premium up in here. I ain't worried about it. I'm concerned about the premium. My concern is premium, not COVID. Okay? When I was driving thousands and thousands of miles, and I would wreck, and I would fall asleep, and I would almost get killed, I was not worried about dying. I was concerned that I would be poor the rest of my life. So the priority became premium. Okay? It was a priority in my life. It was above all others. It's such a concept. Like I just got this message from this guy. I want to say, like, hey fool, you wanna play personal problems and let's see who wins that game? You know, I got boys. These are my pals. They got some messed up problems. Sometimes we'll play a who's got it worse. Sometimes they win, sometimes I win. But my boy, he's so worried about his personal problems, he can't get his premium coming in. He has no concern. He has no concern. Let me be clear. This ain't nothing but Kool-Aid, Patrick. We'll make sure you understand. I'm laughing a lot. So just get tickled at people. The problem is, my boy between his ears, he had a high expectation, but then things happened, and he got worried about the wrong things, and he wasn't concerned about being broke and his wife going back to work. It's not funny, but it's funny to me how simple it is that people, it's the priorities in their life. What comes first? That guy, this joker, I can't think of his Covey, C-O-V-E-Y. He wrote books and books and books about it. Quad 1, Quad 2, Quad 3, Quad 4. Priorities in your life. Okay, all right. Come around to liability. Let me tell you what, this guy is not liable for his problem. Okay, he's Andy's fault. It's Patzer's fault. It's Davy's fault. It's Bill's fault. It's God's fault. Oh, dude, when they blame God, woo, you can't beat that. But God set up the situation again. I had a lady, we was recruiting her. She's sharp. God told her not to do it. Let me tell you something. I'm out. Okay? I can't win the battle when people blame God. Okay? You say, what if they blame God and God told them to do this business? I get nervous too. I go like, what are you concerned about? What's your priority and what are you responsible for? This good book I read says faith without action is dead. Meaning, believe you're going to get something, you're concerned about something, but you sit on your derriere. That's no action, okay? So liability, and there's two things of liability. I'm going to come back, I'm going to hammer snot out of this. I got this one guy, and everybody always thinks it's them when I say that one guy. Well, some people do. Some people go like, he must be talking about Pastor, he must be talking about Bill. But this guy said, I take full responsibility. That's what he says to me, Pastor. Look at me. I take full responsibility. I take full responsibility. And I sit there looking at him, waiting, because there's two things. To take responsibility or liability, tell me how you're going to fix it. I take full responsibility for low production. How you going to fix it? Oh, well, I take responsibility. It's my fault. How you going to fix it? See, liability has two aspects of it. Blame, and fix. But what if I had an employee that said, oh, Andy, I'm so sorry. It cost you $400,000. I take full responsibility. What do you want him to say, Andy? I want him to tell me how he's going to fix it. You can take 10% of my pay for the next 40 years. Okay. How about that's not going to get work? That's not going to get close. How about this? I'll work Saturdays and Sundays 10 hours a day until I make you up to $400,000, and I'm with interest. I'm gonna make you $600,000. Hey, you're gonna clock in? Oh yeah, for free. Hey, I'm not sure if that's legal with the laws they got. You know how the country is now. If you can actually work extra, but I hear what you're saying. Blame and then fix, not just liability. I take full responsibility for my numbers being down. What do you mean? I take full responsibility. I'm going to suffer because of it. I'm a team player. How you going to fix it? Okay, commitment. Watch this. A lot of people think you got to commit before you do. I say, you got to try. You start to get a taste of blood in the water. You start thinking, I did something. I didn't do this, and people are mad. And then you go, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. It's called a habit. Commitment is what takes it into a habit. And then people start saying, you're dedicated to more than you're dedicated to this. You've committed to that over this. And you go, yeah, because I made it a priority. Then we look at the objective. We're starting to get closer to what we do. So then we got to try again harder. See this loop? This is a mental way that we take people through and we take ourselves through. This is how you do 45 outs a week, 45 appointments a week, how you write $20,000 in premium a week. Andy, I thought you said we were shooting for 10. Yeah, 10 men, minimum. The least. Kicking butt and taking that. Y'all like the way I use that biblical word ass. I wouldn't like the butt. Kicking butt and killing it requires trying, prioritizing, committing, hitting objectives, and rolling back over. Okay, so this is I got more comments about my cousin's husband died. I appreciate that. Y'all are funny. It is funny what people pay attention to, but it's the truth. All right, let's scroll back up. I think we go back to slide 3, Tia. Slide 4, maybe one more. I think it's gonna be 5 now that I see it. Let's go to 5. Wait. You're right. Good number 4. 4's right. Objective. Okay. All right. Let's go to my view on my boys that's on here. Sorry that I didn't get no people that identify as female or anything right here. So, got the men show on here, boy show. All right. Billy, what are you doing? You know we can see you. Unmute yourself there, Billy Crane.
Yes, sir.
There's some psychological mumbo jumbo up in here, huh?
You already know it. Just excited, man. Just excited.
Billy said, I'm just trying to write some business. You're trying to teach me how to be a psychological wizard. So I told you. Say what?
I say you got to know the psychology to write the business, so I'm doing them both.
I don't know that you do or not. I mean, it's just, I'm a little bit like Yoda. Just quit screwing around and do it. But it's just, you never know what's going to tip the scales with somebody. You know?
That's true.
So is this is how the brain works, Billy. Or you could just say, to hell with everything that don't make me money. That's the same concept. It's saying to hell with it.
But if we say to hell with it, then it's just you. So I want the concept so I can help somebody else get through it.
That's right. So and I would get them on this show. I would use this video and show it to them and say, look, man, I know where you're coming from. I mean, you know, I was talking to a lady, one of my lady leaders, and she's talking to a lady, and she's not able to get through. And she says, I tried that. Well, she might be the wrong person she's talking to, or she might be saying it wrong. So I would give her this. I would give her this teaching, and then I would try something personal, something. You know, Anthony Robbins always surprises people when he's trying to change behavior, like a major surprise. He cusses a lot. He gets into the negativity of something. He picks out something about them and just drills them. And it's all a psychological game. And then I've had people turn on me and go like, you just trying to psychologically to get me to do something. Hey, bro, you understand that you are correct. I'm just trying to figure out how you slanted that to be negativity.
Yeah. I say let them brainwash you to get you rich. I say let them brainwash you to get you rich.
Dude, that's what they did to me in Amway. They messed me up. They got me to be the fanatical cray-cray that I am. That just ain't scared of stuff. That don't, I didn't do anything for my mama. I don't tell nobody that we, you know, I don't know if y'all seen that video where we were going to show them our plane and we opened it up. We had them both a car. And I told my wife, I said, about time we bought them new cars again. You know, I'm all about that, but I ain't about 99% of what they were about. Like, it's just, I don't know where they got it from. They're not bad people. It's, Amway got me that, huh?
Priorities.
Amway got me there. And thank God it did, so that when I came here, it was so ingrained in my cray-crayness that I've been able to make millions of dollars. And I mean, I got the money don't mean everything, but that gone.
Make things easier.
Well, it changes stuff, man. You just have to worry about different things and things I want to worry about. All right, y'all got any poignant questions about this psychological warfare before I get into some more confusing. Before we get a little deeper into this. Bill, you tracking with me?
100%, man.
100%. Buelis?
Tracking like a heat-seeking missile, man. I
You
tell you
win,
what,
the award, you win the award for best background there, Bo.
that's my office.
Is that real? Touch something back there. Make sure it ain't a picture like Soto puts up there. He tricks us. He puts like 10,000. Puts about 10,000 books behind him. Oh, that's real. Look at that. Yeah, that's
My
real.
daughter.
Hey.
That's real. That's real. Yeah, Soto put his books like 800 books behind him. I was like,
He's a reader, man.
That's real, right?
He reads all the time.
He's a reader.
Is that a real picture though? His background? It might be.
No comment.
I
Real
put
I have
picture.
no
It's
idea.
not his real
my
picture.
foot up in my mouth.
I like what you said about leads are like bullets. If you're gonna fight the enemy, you don't want to fight them with just a few bullets. I'd rather have a mountain of bullets to be able to fight the enemy. And then I'm like, I don't got enough enemy to kill. I got plenty of bullets. Hey, load up, friends. Let's go.
Didn't you? Well, you the one telling me, or was when your compadres telling me that y'all was on a helicopter trying to save somebody run out of bullets? Y'all had to start throwing stuff at them.
Jake's got a couple of those stories too. So does Tim. We all got a couple. We all got a couple of those stories.
Out of bullets, they're throwing guns and shit. They're throwing stuff at them, trying to distract them. And then the cavalry came. God, that'd be a bad feeling, man. I mean, think about that. Being out of bullets under attack or being out of leads and you broke.
I don't know that there's any difference, Andy.
If you're on a war against poverty. Oh, we done had Will Perry done joined up in here riding down the road. Will, you out there picking up checks? He just upped his GMR too. He's got, I don't know how many $1,000 worth of leads to get leads. Perry, you read me loud and clear?
Oh, yeah, I got you. I'm in a bad area, so I'm going in and out.
All right, well, you pay attention to that road. We're talking about intentions. We're talking about expectations. I expect you to win. Terry's expect you to win. I ain't talking about no 1 point. Yes, I hope it's a good game tonight. I hope we kill him. Blew up in a plane on the way. It wouldn't make no difference to me. I'm trying to win this game.
I'm with you on that.
I want my team to win. I want people with me to win. And I will make them mad. You made me mad. Now I'm going to lose. Well, that'll learn me. I guess I'll feel bad then. Shoot. Okay, let me go to this slide. We're going to get down this a little bit deeper, a little bit here. Go to these slides, Miss Tia, the marketing guru. Here we go. All right. This is slide 4. Okay. This would be, what do you want? How do you get it? Okay? So, the reason you define something, okay, objective, all right, and result. The reason you do objective and results is you're defining where you're going. So, I don't think they can show you my coin. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but I got my coin in front of me. And you don't have to, if they can see it, good. If they can't, it's fine. What do you want is objective and result. It brings aim. There was something in one of them Mary Poppins or one of them cartoons, this rabbit was saying, which way do I go? And the girl says, well, what are you trying to get to? No, you ask me, what do I do next? Well, what do you want? What are you trying to do? Because what your aim is brings the clarity. And then we go to the priority, which is importance and obligation. So this is my coin complicated as Hades. Okay? Objective. What are you trying to do? So if I'm talking to people, I want to explain it to them. This is what we want. We want you free financially. People say, well, you don't, I want to be debt free. I go, no, we're not trying to get debt free. We're trying to get free financially, which is totally different. I never worried about debt free until I had millions in the bank. I didn't care if I was way in debt. I always wanted more bullets. I was more concerned about bullets or leads than I was debt, because debt was not my priority. Leads and profit and gross money coming in, worry about net later, worry about worry about paying off stuff later. It was not a priority. Clarity. If you're clear, I told people we want a river of money. You have to be clear. People think they're doing what I'm doing when they save up money and pay for a Corvette or a Ferrari. I go, that's not what I did. It's not clear. When people do stuff wrong, usually because these are why people do things wrong. They don't know what to do. They think they're doing it right. They think that something else is important, and they don't know why they do it. And sometimes we've screwed up by worried about this commitment first, which is why. Why we do it is change lives. Why we do it is make a difference. How about if we just talked about where we're going, what's our objective first, before we get people committed? What if we talked about trying before we get into the clarity of what we're trying to do? So this is what people, okay, they don't know what to do. So here's the question. If you got that Mark guy, that new guy y'all working with, Soto and Bill and Bailey, okay, do they know what to do? Do they know to get $1,000 minimum worth of leads a week? Do they know that it would be better if they got $1,500 worth of leads a week? Do they know that? Number two, do they think they're doing right? See, they might think you said, if you've got money, buy lead. If you want to grow. No. That's not what I said. What I said is you need to be here. Okay. Priority. What do people, what do they think is most important? In other words, in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2, what do they think is most important? Because it's confusion on what the priority is. And the last thing is why. I always tell people, forget it with the why. Forget it with the why. We're just trying to get you rich. Forget the why. Forget the why. We're just trying to get you free where you ain't got a job. Forget the why. Forget the why. We're just trying to get you a bunch of money piled up. Like, that's the objective. Before the why is, I just, when you hear, I want to get to God or get to heaven and hear, I want to hear, well done, good and faithful servant. That's commitment right there. The objective was for me to have a better life, for my family to have a better life. As I started getting results, it became a priority, and then I got to remember why. This is not, okay, all right, give me the next slide. I might have to come back to that. Okay. All right. Back up a little bit. Let's back up to that one slide before. Let's go. Let's hit this a little bit harder. All right. Let's do this. Clarity. How to bring clarity. Refocus, repeat, recommit, recognize. There's 4 R's. Be a whole seminar right here. When you focus, when you remember what the problem is, that is a physical maneuver. Okay? When you repeat the steps that are needed, you start to understand what you're trying to do. And then when you recommit, that is a mental thought process that says, y'all might have heard me say this before, like, all right, dadgummit, I'm recommitting to this thing. I cannot tell you, Bill, how many times I've had to recommit my life, to redecide. It's a mental energy. It's not physical, it's mental. Refocus is when I just move stuff physically. Recommit is a mental decision, and recognize is the 4th thing that brings clarity. That's called you didn't see opportunities before, but now you see opportunities. So they kind of come to light, and that brings a lot of clarity to your life. All right. God, a lot of stuff here. I'm undecided if I want to do it. All right. Oh, let me give you priority. Priority. They think something's more important. If you will pre-decide what's more important, okay, let me tell you the practicality of this. Go back to my people. I want to look at their face when I'm talking to this one to you. I hate to jump back and forth, but you seem to be doing it well. Okay. Here's the way this works, Billy Crane, Will Perry, Evan Patzer. You pre-commit It's called priority. Okay? Prior means before you have a problem, you commit. Okay? So you set your priorities and you say, all right, if somebody says you're working too hard, what are you going to say? That's a prior decision that prioritizes what you're doing. When a kid's birthday comes up, Evan, you better get ready to get married. I got married a long time ago, and I remember these conversations. We're going to have a priority in our life that we are priority. This is to my wife. Like one couple times, she would want to punish the kids by us staying home and not going to eat. I said, hey, we're going to eat. They're going to have to stay here with the dogs locked in the closet or some cousin we don't like or somebody, something. It ain't going to be good. They're being punished, not us. It was a prior commitment. Birthdays. We were going to celebrate birthdays when it was convenient for us. And some people say, that's not the way I do it. I don't care how you do it. I'm telling you what I did. I could care less if you take off every birthday. I don't care if you take off every Monday because it ends in M and that's close to money and it ends in a Y. And I don't know. You got your systems. I got my system. My system was we were going to prioritize our life over their birthday. Same thing with wedding anniversaries. We felt like as long as we celebrated and it was convenient, we would be happier and the kids would start to learn you don't shut your life down because 9 months after somebody done had sex, you was come out of the womb, and now that day we got to celebrate. Dude, I mean, what are we, a star worshiper or something? You know, like it just happened. You know, congratulations, you turned 56. Bro, I didn't die. That's what happened. I didn't do anything. Just friggin' sit there and turn 56. It's not like I, oh my God. I ducked a couple times. I try not to walk out in front of speeding cars. Adam Katz pulls me out of wet junk every once in a while and keeps me from getting killed. How about that? You see, that's a priority. I'm not telling people how to do it. How about this? I ain't got a babysitter. How's your backup babysitter? I don't have a backup babysitter. So really you weren't planning on that, were you? Planning on that. I had a backup babysitter and a backup babysitter, and our babysitters were fighting. Like if one babysitter found out we got a babysitter and didn't got the other babysitter, they get pissed. They call it, how come you didn't pick me? Well, you know, we thought we'd make up something. It's really because, you know, we probably, I don't know, it didn't make no difference. We had couples, young couples, usually a husband, wife, husband, boyfriend, so that, because we had a boy and a girl, we didn't want them to be entertained, and if the girl died, we want the boy to call for help. If the boy died, we want the girl to help her out. And if our kids need to be whooped, we need to both of them jump on them. We had backup. Other people don't do that. They just don't have a priority. They taught me that in Amway too. All right, so here's another thing. You're going to be tempted with important stuff. Tempted with important stuff. You say, well, I thought we were supposed to do the important stuff. No. Point at most important task. Not important task, most important task. Yeah. So your less important is tempting for you to do that as opposed to the most important. Jeff Bright said he gave me one of the best compliments I think he's ever given me. He said, "You are just like a lunatic when it comes to picking what you're going to do, and where you put your time." I'm not perfect at it. I didn't say that. What I said is, and by the way, if you guys have appointments, you got to go. Don't sweat it. I promise you, it won't faze me in the least. I try. Intention. There you go. I try to do the most valuable task. It's very difficult. And like, I want to talk to somebody, but I can't. I just can't pick that over these 7 other things. But then I can text everybody and say, please get on the show. And then hopefully I can say, please know I'm talking to you because I care. All right. Let's just go to number 5, page 5, because I'm fired up about it, but I want to Bring me on page 5 of the slideshow, Miss Tia. Here we go. All right, this gets crazy right here. Next slide. Here we go. Oh my God. Okay, the 4 connecting pieces. This is that circle. What do you intend on doing? What are you worried about? What do you take responsibility for? And what are you dedicated to? These are the things that connect the circle. Okay, unfold the journey. Intention is your strategy to hit the objective. At the top of the circle was objective. What's your strategy to get there? What are you aiming at? And then what are you concerned? What's your interest? Okay, there's difference in concern and worry. Here's the way it usually works. People are not concerned about paying their bills. And then when they get tight on their bills, they worry about it and they call me, or they call the bank, or they call their wife, or they cut off their lead. Like, you cut off your lead? The hell? Concern. I concern for growth. Therefore, I have urgency. Okay? So you see how this works. Interest and bearing. What are you interested in? What are you concerned about? Creates significant in an event that brings priority. So if you're concerned, I'm concerned that I want my kids' college education. I'm concerned that my kids need millions of dollars to get their life started. I'm concerned. I've got a boy, I'll give you an example. He's worried that his kids are going to be hooked on drugs if he gives them too much money too early. I'm concerned that my kids won't build something bigger than me. So I want them to build something bigger than me. I'm going to teach them, and I am going to encourage them, and I'm going to let them have some money earlier. I'm going to let them have some responsibility because I'm concerned at what they're going to do more than I'm worried that they're going to be a disaster. They could be a disaster. One of my good friends could die from COVID. It could happen. But my concern is not my worry. Worry is what the negativity that keeps you down. Concern is what your interest is that leads to your priorities in life. Okay? And then after your priorities, it's what do you blame for? So let's do this liability. Blameworthy and answerability. This is what I was talking about, Pastor. I got staff and other people. They're blameworthy, but they're not answerability. They don't have an answer. They just want to take blame. They're a one-step liability person. Okay? So the measure of accepting responsibility remains culpable, meaning what are you going to do to repay it back throughout the commitment? How about I love this last line. The accountability to the priority determines how long it'll remain significant. Your accountability to what comes first has to do with how long you can keep the commitment. Isn't that crazy? Your accountability, like, damn it, I'm going to do 40. I don't care if I don't sleep. I don't care if I don't eat. I don't care if I miss a television show. It's a priority. Your level of commitment reflects the sustainability of the situation. Dedication, support. Okay, here's what people see sometimes as loyalty, not quitting. Yeah, that's awesome. How about the support, meaning grow? It's not quitting and growing. That's dedication. It's not loyalty because of not quitting. It's loyalty putting in enough effort to grow. All right, so it's reinvesting in the goal of objective. Being devoted through commitment keeps the carrot front and center. All right, here's another thing, is a concern. Let's go back to the people. Then we're going to come to the circle again. Let's go back to the people. A concern is what becomes significant in your life. It's this one got to me. What do I worry about? I don't worry about getting hurt. I don't worry about. As a matter of fact, I worry about getting hurt more than I do dying. To tell you the truth, I'm concerned about getting the job done, as opposed to worried about dying. How about this? Worried about embarrassment, because that'll get you. I'm concerned that you win. I'm more interested in you winning than concerned about you being mad. So if you line up, how about this one? Line up 20 people. Line up 20 people. If I'm concerned about having winners or I'm worried about pissing people off, which one's going to win out? I'm concerned. So if I'm concerned, I may piss off 18, 19, 17, 20. I might piss off number 2 and number 6. I don't know. But if I produce winners, that's my priority. That's my concern. That's my significance. So a lot of times you've got to lose some to win some. Does that make sense? Like, I come back to this. I said this, I think, Friday, and I know I've said it recently on Zooms, is people will say to me, I found something negative on you on the old informational internet. And I'll come back with, I've looked you up and I just can't seem to find you. Don't look like you pissed nobody off ever. And it don't look like anybody will give up their life for you. They're worried about something that's never happened, and they're not concerned about what they want to happen. As the more you're concerned about something, it becomes more significant. And yes, bad things will happen. Bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to everybody. But nobody hates somebody who has no concern. So if they have no concerns, then people don't think about them. Now nobody hates them. So now I guess they don't need to worry anymore about somebody hating them because they were not concerned about nothing. They didn't try to get rich. You try to get rich, you're going to have to prioritize people, and you're going to have some clarity. Anytime you bring clarity, you risk embarrassment. I mean, it's like when I was talking about Soto's background, or I'm talking about Buellis's background. It's always happens that somebody's going to be offended or clarity. He turns around and grabs a picture, or it ain't his real background. You see what I'm saying? It's just clarity on anything. I had one of my top guys in the country. He kept doing, I'm booking 40 appointments. I kept booking 40 appointments. He kept telling me that. And I was like, bro, your no-show rate is insanity. Like, I want to keep clapping and doing a high five, but people are not showing up. You've got to fix that. Because if you're booking 40 appointments, you damn sure should be paying $10,000 a week. Like, we're not shooting for the 40 appointment. That's results. But our objective is 10,000 issue paid. So by the time you get around here, you need to reevaluate, re-examine, recommit to the objective, which is 10,000 issue paid. The way we're going to get that is 40 appointments. Does that make sense, Billis? We're not shooting for 40 appointments. Oh, look, 40 appointments. You go to any of them? No, I didn't go to any of them. Really? Yeah, I didn't go to any of them. See how that don't work? Or I went to 40 houses and only 8 people showed up. We have got to improve our quality of our commitment. We've got to improve our priority. We got to improve our results, our priority, and our commitment, because our objectives are never going to be met because of the quality of what we're doing. We booked 40 appointments, but they were weak appointments. I almost said they were weak appointments where that nobody, like, I booked them. It's like me checking off lifting weights in high school, Bill. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. I was like, hey, you know nothing. Then I couldn't figure out why I had no muscle. I was like, everybody else got it. I got more than, I like this one. I got more than some people. Okay, let's go back to my circle one more time. And I'm going to come back to these boys and ask if they got any questions. Question. All right, here we go. All right. Intention. Try before you do. If your objective is to issue pay 10,000, we show our intentions by our number of leads and our calendar. For example, Mondays we're intending on starting at 7 a.m. and going until 10 p.m. to book 20 appointments. That's our intention, is to book 10 for Tuesday, 10 for Wednesday. Our number of leads and our calendar shows our intention. And then our results will be measured by our appointment set, by getting those 40 appointments. What you're concerned about, I'm concerned about getting 40 appointments. I'm concerned about impressing Andy. I'm concerned that I'm going to get a beach house for my wife. I'm concerned that I'm going to put money away for the kids' college education. I'm concerned that my daughter's going to get married and need a lot of money. So then your priorities, because we're always going to be tempted. And then when we fail, do we take responsibility by blaming ourselves, not blaming Andy, not blaming Davies, not blaming God, but taking responsibility and then turning around and saying, what are we going to do different? Culpability. What's our responsibility? What are we going to do to fix it? And then that's when we commit or recommit to what our objective is. And then we become dedicated because we become focused on what we got to do to hit this objective. And then at the end of the week, at the end of the month, we look at our objectives and we decide how we need to show our intentions going forward. So this is a circle tied in with expectation. So if your expectations are high, show me your intention. Show me your lead. Show me your schedule. Show me. You ain't gonna show me nothing, okay? I'm not a boss, but you have an objective. Are you hitting your objectives? Are you hitting your try to? Okay, so people will rise and fall to the expectations set. So now when you look at this whole circle, when I tell a person in 18 months, I think you can be cash flowing $83,000 a month, 18 months from now, or 12 months from now, whatever the person is. That could be the objective. If I say, I think you can make $100,000 this year, now that becomes the objective. You see how if a person's striving for 100, they're putting in less than if they're striving for 1,000,000. So their intentions shows up their objective. Their intentions are going to lead to their results. So if you have high expectations in these categories, can you see how what's my coin? What do I want and how do I get it? So how this all ties in. What do I want? Objectives. And then how do I get it? What do I want? You could divide this circle right down the middle, objective and results on what do I want, how do I get it, prioritization and commitment. What do I want? This is my coin. How do I want? What do I want? How do I get it? Right down the middle at 11 o'clock to a 4 o'clock angle, and objective and results are on one side of the coin. What do I want? And then how do I get it? Now, it's funny because you say in between objectives and results, it's buying lead. That's how I get it. That's how you get results. So we could go from objective to results. What do I want? How do I get it? Results to priority. What do I want? Priorities. How do I get it? You with me? So we could just keep dividing this coin up, but it's going to come down to the simplicity of what do you want and what are you going to do? And then what do you expect out of yourself? Like, I am now a partner with integrity. Do I expect my net worth to double in the next year or to stay the same? It's what do I want and how do I get it? And then making decisions on what's the highest priority I can do right now, at this moment, now or right now. Okay, so let's come to my people. All right. Ashland, I talked to another guy this morning. Got 50 Mail Pro leads. This is right from Ashland. Got 50 Mail Pro leads. So far, he's booked 10 appointments, sat down with 7, and sold 4. These are $8 leads. We talked to the people, well, we think we talked to the people that run the company. We ain't sure, but I know we got a discount. If you go straight to mailpro.com, they're $12. Do not pay $12. We get them for 33% off. If you go through our link, somebody on my staff, Tia, somebody be posting this, putting it on band. I want to know who this guy is, to tell you the truth, Ashley. He got $58 leave, $12 leaves. He paid $8. He booked 10 appointments, sat down with 7, and sold 4 already. Now, I know everybody loves these direct mail mortgage protection leads. I personally know that is the highest close ratio. If you get mortgage protection direct mail leads one day and you call them that day and you can't book appointments, you're in big trouble. You better get some coaching up in here. Final expense, same thing. If you cannot sell final expense leads, you need to get some coaching. You got a how-to problem because that's a gold mine. Now we got these para leads, $69. Now we got these $12 leads that we can get for $8, the Mail Pro leads. Let me know if you run across any disconnected or wrong numbers. You can use a White Pages Pro account. So it's apparently you can find the numbers of these people. Okay, all right. My expectations of people. You see how I'm doing it, Evan? My expectations that they bought all kinds of leads. I have more problems creating our operation with leaders having wrong expectations and killing people. They're wrong. Look, what if I have this expectation of Bill and Soto has this expectation and Davies has this expectation? You see the problem? And you know my expectations are always going to be through the roof on people. If they can speak, if they can walk and talk. If you like my friend, got no arm, no legs, that's a challenge. Now he had higher expectations than I would have. If you can't talk on top of that Helen Keller person was in a mess, right? But if I talk to you and you walking, talking, you got a car, I'm going like, a dadgum caveman could do this business, bro. A caveman could do this. Could knock out 10,000 issue paid. But it's based on, but see, my expectation is based on a high priority system. My expectation is based on high commitment. My expectations is based on result. If my expectation is like, oh, you're an army man, you be shot at, you can't do this. You know, I mean, what? You're trying to fly as a helicopter. You got to pass tests and stuff, physical and mental. So my expectation goes through the roof from a helicopter pilot or somebody that's big as Bill. Like, Bill, you shouldn't be scared of nothing your size. You know, my expectations shoot up so fast on people that, and I know it put pressure on them. Where they expect to be where they are, that's called stress. Or another way, if you want to put it positive, it's called urgency. It's called desire. If I expect stuff of my children, people say like, well, you put pressure on those children. I'm going to love them no matter what. To be clear, I don't care if they do nothing. I'm going to love them, try to take care of them. I don't care where they live. I don't. And that it's such a contradiction. I have expected, like they've seen me work. They know what work is. I've also explained to them the simplicity of stuff. Got something for my son today. Evan, hope I see how fast I can find it. Yeah, here we go. See it right here.
That's bad to the bone.
That's what I said. Actually, I said I love the interior. So I'll send you a clip of that.
Send that to me. I couldn't see it too well on here. Is that a Mercedes or a Jeep?
It's a hold on a second, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what, I'll give it to Ashland. Make y'all go to Ashland and get it. He can send it to you. But it is a Mercedes. It's a Mercedes MB G63 AMG 6x6. Diamond white over black and red designo interior. One owner, only 3,797 miles. Every option bought new at the Dubai Auto Show. Listen to this. I asked Spencer, how much is it? I figured 350, 495, maybe 545, 545,000. Retailed for $1,949,800. They are letting this thing go today for 1.2 million. It's in Arizona. So Joe Dukes, well, Joe, you want to ride back home or call Epstein, roll down there and check that thing out. Yes, we take trade. Yes, we can arrange refinancing.
That's bad as a bone.
Hey, that might be my son setting expectations on me.
That is. That's a great example.
I don't know what he's expecting at. There's the specs on it. 2000, and it's a 2014. It's not brand new. 1.2 mil. Now here's what the guy told my friend. He said, "Why do people want stuff like that? They just shouldn't want that. They should be satisfied." It's interesting how the guy who's talking lives in an air-conditioned and heated home. He thinks that is where the level of expectation should be. I think I should have a jet. It's just a level of expectation. Watch this. If he stops caring about air conditioning and heating, all of a sudden the AC and the heating boys ain't got no job. Because everybody starts not caring about it. Now nobody's got air conditioning problems. There's no ductwork guy. There's no electrician guy if we don't care about that. If nobody cares about the GMC, then nobody cares about Mercedes. Now Mercedes lays people out. West Germany. I don't care about Germany. Are you kidding me?
Well, this is brilliant. I mean, brilliant but simple, because if you set expectations beyond what somebody can really fathom, the average individual can fathom, then inevitably that all your needs are always going to be met because of how high your expectations are, right? So simple stuff like you talked about, AC and heat and food on the table and college education, stuff like that being paid for. If your expectations are always 10x, 20x of that, then the basics of life are all going to be taken care of. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ashland's all over it.
That's it right there.
Yep, I got it.
That is
Yep.
it. When you have a specific search, it'll take you right to it, won't it?
Wow, DuPont Registry.
It's on DuPont Registry. It's expectations that life can get better. Now watch this. Like I got 3 really nice homes. Like I could live in any of them. But worst case scenario, I sell one. Right? Best case scenario, I buy another one. Hey, worst case scenario, I sell all 3 and I move into one of my rental properties that all have heat and air and running water. You with me? And a couple of them are on the water. Like I still live on the water. It's not my house. It's a real property. I can live on the water. It's layering to keep working. And the other thing is, what am I going to do? Sit around and sit on the beach and drink and do nothing? Sleep all the time? There's some people say, that sounds good. It sounds good to me, but I have a concern. My concern is going back. So I keep fighting forward. And I'm not kidding you. Y'all know I use real life examples. Like I love people, but I'm a boy who's letting his business go backwards. And I'm going, I care about you. Because what if one of you gets sick during this time of no stress? What if something goes wrong? Something's going to happen. That's what I live my life like this. Something's going to happen, Bill. I'm just telling you. Something's going to happen. And that's my decision-making process. Like I'm looking at this investment. I'm looking at integrity. I'm looking at, hello, managers. I'm looking at this dadgum opportunity with extreme managers going, boys and girls, what if we could layer some greenbacks in here? Like my concern is that we're not going to get it. Therefore, my priority is talk about it. By the way, Foresters helps us a huge amount in that. Why? Because it's the only company I know of in the country that once somebody's with us, they're with us. Like they love us so much that are dedicated to us. All right. I know this. If I'm going to drive my car a long ways, I need a lot of gas. if I'm going to produce a lot, I need a lot of leads. I went to my top leadership and I said, guys, if we can get people to triple the leads they're purchasing, we can triple our volume and hit these numbers. And it's happened. Will Paris jumped in, Billy Crane jumped in, Bulis jumped in, Bill jumped in, Patzer jumped in. We need uno más, otro something. Or maybe it's just ultra. We need one more person to do this, and you need to find them, Brandon. You need to find them, Brandon. Evan, if we divide this up and each one of us find these people to buy in that bet big, we've got a way better chance of winning. My concern is that nobody else new starts issue paying $10 grand a week. That's my concern, Evan. That's why I'm saying if you could get one of them falset boys to start issue paying 10 grand, that's going to put pressure on some of these boys that have been around 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 6 years, 7 years. These young guys can do it. Like, I hope this Bailey girl does it. I don't know whose team that was on. That's the Soto world. But I love to see somebody else hit it. My concern is that we won't have anybody to do it anytime soon. That's how it becomes a priority. That's how it becomes an urgency. Worry is when you worry about, well, I'm worried if they feel pressured. Okay, so then what we're going to do? We're going to not pressure them. Now what are we worried about? Well, we're worried because we can't pay our bills. Why are we worried about other people's bills? Because nobody's selling anything. You see how that takes us down a trail of death versus a concern for the optimistic. I'm concerned that when my daughter gets married, I'm not going to be able to do a dream wedding. I mean, one of my favorite times in my life is when she kissed me and hugged me. She said, Daddy, you have given me a fairy tale wedding. It's like, yeah, we did, baby. Yeah, we did. Being concerned about it got me there. Not worried that I was working too much. Not worried about my health. I was concerned. So the concern is the optimistic. Okay, so let's go back to leads. Let me tell you all this. This got people's attention. If Evan, if I had a stock and I said, I promise you 100%, you invest $2,000, I will turn that into $4 grand. You get your $2 grand back plus $2 grand in the next 12 months. You'd be all over that. What if I told you that I could do it 100% guaranteed in 3 weeks? I could turn your $2 grand into 4. Now, my question for you is, can you see the math? If you're steady buying $600 worth of leads a week, steady, and then you do a burst. Oh, we got this new thing. It's called a road warrior. Let's say you want to go somewhere, and we say this somewhere we can produce you $3,000 worth of leads. This somewhere. What if we did a one-time mailing for you, Evan, and said in about 3 to 4 weeks you're going to get bombarded with leads in this area? You don't have a GMR. It's just a bomb. You with me? So you just send in an order for, I'll take every lead in this territory on a one-time mailing. How much do you think you could do? Then you hit that with that $2,000 or $3,000 volume in addition to your $600. Or another way to look, you simplify it like this. You're buying $600 worth of leads. You find out that between Bang Bang and Happy Agent leads and the $12 leads, the Mail Pro leads, that you can invest another $2,000 this week. And then the next week you do your $600. But that $2,000, can you turn that into $4,000 in addition to your normal production? And the answer is, without a shadow of a doubt, you can do it. Then why would you hesitate on that if you wouldn't hesitate on stock? And there's only one thing you can say is, I didn't want to do any work. With stock, I don't have to do any work. No, you just pray that some other fool's going to do the work. That's why I can't guarantee stock, because I'm not the one doing the work, and you're not doing the work, so I can't guarantee it. But I can guarantee it on lead. Because you performed in the past, you can't fail with those kind of numbers. And a lot of people have heeded this advice and jumped in, and now that we're showing up, we're showing them the statistic, going, see, I told you Megan was doing it. See, told you Yagi was doing that. I told you Michelle Allen was doing it. See, I told you. And people say, well, what about his current clients? That's how you get current clients, is have first clients. You're starting to put them in. You start knocking those 10 a week. I'm just going to tell you, at the end of the year, you're going to have 500 clients. You're going to have so much to do. And you're going to say, am I still going to invest in leads? I would. And then you got agents. You're going to be bringing on agents. You set an example for them. Hey, guys, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to give you 10 minutes free time. Wait a minute. Questions, comments. Let's do this. Brandon Bulis, comment. Hold on, Billy. Bulis.
I love it. I love the way that you look at stuff, right? So you got the $12 lead and it's $8 lead. Somebody be like, it's only $4 more. Or you could say, well, it's 33% less. Or you could say, hey, if you buy them there, you're going to pay 50% more than what you're going to pay here. So it's really the way that you're looking at stuff. And that's with everything. You know, after you had your conversation with me and we went full tilt boogie, I don't even know how much we're putting in leads, but I know it's $3-4 grand probably a week in there. I called up one of my agents. Here's the worst case that can happen. Worst case that happen is you get overwhelmed, and then I called Zach Fisnick and I was like, hey, I need help over here. I got more leads than I can. I'm like, I've got more leads. And he's like, well, I'll be there next week. I was like, well, the leads might not be here because I need these things taken care of. And he was in North Dakota. He was going to a wedding. He drove back here, got here on Monday night. He dialed yesterday. He's got to be back to his house on Sunday. So he dialed yesterday, and he set 26 appointments for the next 3 days. I guess worst case can happen is you got too many leads to run, and you got one of your agents, you're like, come on over here. You run 26 appointments the next 3 days because I've got this other amount of stuff that I'm trying to sort through. So, I don't know. I'm excited. I think everything you put in place is setting us all up for success. And, you know, McDonald's does not sell burgers without having burgers in the freezer to give to the customer. You know, they don't wait till the customer comes here and like, hold on, let us go to the grocery store and get some burgers, and then we'll fry them up for you. They've got them there, and they got them ready to be able to get out there. So, thank you for the opportunity, Andy.
See how his intentions changed his priorities also. And the same thing for Fisnick. Your intentions changed his priorities and what was come first. Billy, you were going to scream something at me.
I was just going to say the same thing. Just, you know, scared money don't make money. You know, I mean, we're in business. Like, you know, I know this for a fact, just like you know. If you want to stay where you're at, don't invest. Right? If you want to go to that next level, it's no other way. Just so far today, 5,500 AP, all off appointments, and still got a stack day.
In a
right,
baby.
Right, and then you got teammates with you. You help them win, and we all win. And I just like you said, I thank you for the opportunity, and just hold the spot for me for partner. If nobody else wanted, just hold it for me, and then I'll go ahead and get it. Okay, so I love the alliance, but I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Partner. Brandon Bill.
Sir.
Got to bet big and win big.
You do, man. Billy's right, man. Scary money don't make money. And I think over the last 3.5, 4 weeks, I think we put $5 grand into leads, mostly into the downline, mostly into the team so that these guys can get going. And my favorite part of where you were teaching on today, man, was probably the clarity part, because that's what Tim Goad speaks a lot about. What we do, man, is it can be complex and you can get lost in the weeds grasping at straws. But he says if you keep it simple and keep it clear, and like your coin, it all comes together. It's just like, you know, what do I want and how do I get it? I mean, you keep it simple, you keep it clear, you're going to get what you want because you already know how.
Haxer, get the boys going, man. You set an example.
Yeah, man, I'm fired up out of my mind, and I'm so grateful, you know, to be on this call and just be reminded of this circle of simplicity, because that's what it is. It's a very simple, applicable, practical process that I can implement in my life to my people. And one thing that I picked up that was huge is the fact that the higher expectations that I'm setting on my people, because I already have the conviction. Right? I've been through this cycle before. I know that our business works. I know that every dollar that I invest into leads and into time that I put into this business is going to yield a higher premium and a return on my investment because I've done it so many times. And so if I can set that as a consistent example at a higher pace, and then breathe that into them on a consistent basis, I'm going to see a lot more people grow a lot faster. And I'm just fired up, man. I'm excited, man. This is good stuff.
Hey guys, high expectation. Make it happen. Love y'all. Thanks for plugging in. Hope this helped a little bit. Let's go kill it. Got a couple more days. That's my coin, baby. All right, man. Light them up. Focus.